everyone, and welcome to Creative Week 30. My name is Leanne, and it's the day of the week where we find out together what the heck I did creatively this week. So here, I am actually trying to finish journaling September because it's like the middle of October now. Yeah, go Leanne, way behind. Actually, I'm not that behind, but that's okay. So I'm just taking all the photos that I printed out and using my journaling spot printables that I have available on my Etsy shop. Shameless plug. Not really a plug because I'm just using it. So in case you want it, that's where it's from. So I used the journaling spot, and then I made this shine banner, and my actual original intention when making it was to use it exactly how you see here in the photo. I cut shine out of it, and then I used the stars on the top and the bottom to put behind the photo. And then I really wanted to use this scrap piece of paper as a tab, so I took another scrap piece of paper that I had tested a new distress ink on and made a little journaling spot with the tab, and then I turned my photo into a tuck spot for the journaling spot. How many times can I say spot in a minute? So yep, just doing that, sticking more journaling spot things down. Here, still working on those photos, I decided to make a tip-in. So this here is me actually sorting out my summer stuff, because last week when I sorted out my summer ephemera, I forgot to do my Project Life card drawer. So that's what we're doing now. So what I'm doing is creating a tip-in. These are photos. I've been helping my father a lot lately work on his house. It's our childhood home, and it's been empty for, so many years. And he had gutted it several years back and has really been into trying to get the outside finished. So I've been helping him paint boards and put them up on the outside. And this is me hanging off, what is it? I can't remember the technical term for it, but it's basically just a ladder in the air on some supports that allows you to get to the roof on the second story to put those boards up. And it's a little rickety. My dad's like an old pro. He's just walking around, and here's Leanne holding on, like, don't look down. I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. Sometimes you're like, wow, I wonder if this will give out, but you just got to push the thoughts to the back of your mind. So I wanted to document that, not only to document his progress, but just time we spend doing things together. I've learned how to do a lot of random things that not many people know how to do, just because my dad seems to know a little bit of everything. And as I've gotten older, I've really learned to value that. So I wanted to journal about that in this crazy adventure in my journal. So I made a tip-in, and I just cut that house out of a Project Life spot. If you can hear some scratching, it's the dog wants to be let out of my room, and I don't want to do this voiceover again. So, just gonna have to deal with it. Lou. You just have to wait. So, I had originally put this tip in here with some washi tape, and I wasn't a huge fan. I wasn't quite on my journaling game at the beginning of this week, but I definitely got my mojo back at the end, which you'll see the progression of, obviously. But I really struggled with this, and I just left it and came back to it in a few days, and it worked out good. But here's just me flipping back and forth, trying to figure out what to do. No, that doesn't go there. I have more photos from a different day working on the house with him, and I wanted to incorporate those as well, but wasn't quite sure how to. So, yep. And then I thought I was going to use this cool guy here, but I don't use him here. I mean, I'll use him some other time, obviously, but not there. And then I'm using that same ink that I used on the tip-in. It is the Distress Oxide in Vintage Photo, and it's a lot more, it's almost green and yellow. I didn't realize that it wouldn't just be brown. I like it, but I don't know, it's different. So yeah, doing that. And then I did some really dodgy stamping of an airplane, but dodgy was the goal, I think. So then I decided to work in my swatch book. I haven't gotten very far in this. I got this idea from Kyra Pace. She does a swatch book and it's super cool. I always like the idea of one, but it seems like such a daunting task, so I only work on it when I'm inspired to. Like I said, I'm not very far into it, but I'm getting there. I also had done a few collections and in the past, and I'd already gotten some more colors like the oxides, so I was catching up on those and filling those in. And then I just work on this for a little while. Does anybody have one of these swatch books? Let me know. I don't draw out like the swatches because that's just extra I don't have time for. And if I try to make it too perfect, then I won't do it at all because it won't be perfect. But if I just wing it, then I'm fine with it. So this is me winging it. I haven't even begun to get into like paint or anything. I've literally just done like markers and stuff. It really makes you realize how much stuff you have. But I think it will be super useful in the end. So if you ever feel like swatching some colors, just make a swatch book. Alright, what am I doing? Okay, this is when I found my mojo again. So I'm taking this calendar printable from Courtney Little Raven Ink's Patreon, and I had filled those pockets with photos I've yet to journal just because I didn't know what to do. And what I ended up doing was taking this tip-in off and putting it next to this half page, and because the colors were the same, and I put my dad there, just pretend I had his face covered up the whole time. Shh, don't tell him. I like got so into it I forgot why that sticky note was there. So here I am using some Tim Holtz ephemera to just kind of alter this calendar a little bit. Not that I don't love her printable, obviously, but I like putting my own spin on it, so I use that giant eye as the head instead of the pumpkin and put a little poison thing on there, and I think it's super cute. And part of what was holding my mojo back, I think, was the fact that I wasn't journaling about anything that was happening now because I was so behind. So I put that October marker in there, and that really helped me work out where I was working, what I still need to work on, and then if I wanted to journal anything currently, then I could just do it after that marker. So I'm really happy that I did that. Using more journaling spots. That JP Coates ephemera piece there actually has a calendar on it. So I wanted to get the date that that photo is from to peek out the side. That's why I rearranged it so much. And just using labels, writing dates and stuff. This is one of those times where I'm just really into what the date was. Sometimes it hits me, so I'm doing that. And then, of course, I go through my favorite word sticker of all time, the Tim Holtz Ideology clipping stickers. I've bought so many packs of them because I'm obsessed. Literally. So just slapping those all around and trying to figure out where to put that last photo, but I decide not today. Then I'm just cutting out some ephemera pieces, trying to work out what I want to do next. These are also from Courtney's Patreon. And these little stars are too, so I put those there. I need to get better about using my Patreon stuff. And then my aunt had given me this packaging. I have no idea what it's from. I assume it's like candy or something. And I was hoping that it would leave a cool pattern, and I'm really not a polka dot person, and it's just made polka dots, so yeah. I flipped it over and did some hexagon stamping, and then just mushed it around to get rid of the polka dots. This is a time card my aunt bought a bunch of them, so I've been having fun using those. And I just used some Wild Honey Distress Oxide on top of it. And some Distress Oxide on the page with the smooshing technique. And I'm going to make a little tuck spot with it. With staples, of course. What else would I use besides staples? And then I really wanted to use this Scorpio thing, but just not feeling it yet. I was trying to find a spot to put that photo on. I've never been a hat person, and I decided to buy a flat brim hat. It says Captain on it with an anchor, and I'm actually really digging it. So wanted to document that. I used to be like totally anti-hat, but it's growing on me. This here is supposed to be a fancy tool to help you fuzzy cut, and I think it's crap. Sorry, but it's crap. I could have done better with anything. So that'll get passed on. So I tried to cut that label out so I could use it, tuck the photo under it, but like I said, the cutting was just so dodgy, it didn't work. So I just took another label and put it over the photo and layered a piece of glassine scrap behind it. And funny enough, that selfie right there of me and my hat, I took in the Michaels bathroom. So that's what I titled the photo, Selfie in the Michaels bathroom. Where else but the craft store to take a selfie, right? So for those of you that have been following me for a long time, you may remember back in January, February of this year, I was house sitting for my bosses. Well, I have another client that I'm going to be house sitting for 3 weeks, starting this coming week on Tuesday. And I was working on setting up this traveler's notebook with some stuff to take with me. If you want a more in-depth of what I end up taking with me for journal supplies, let me know, and I will be happy to do that. But yeah, I was just going through picking out some favorite stickers or stickers that I want to use up, and putting different scraps and stuff in there, and of course my journaling labels that I made and photos I want to journal with, just creating like an on-the-go kit, I guess you could say, in this traveler's notebook. So yeah, if you want to know more about that and what I take with me, let me know and I'll be happy to share that with you. Which brings us to the end of this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed this creative week and found it inspirational. As you always tell me, you love these videos, so hopefully I'm continuing to deliver ones that you find interesting. Please do not forget to give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos, because that would be a bummer. And I will catch you guys in my next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.